Hi, Jade Harrison here, and Rufus. And we're here to tell you a few trainer tips about how to get in shape. Now, in order to get in shape, the first thing you need to do is to define what you mean by getting in shape. For some people, getting in shape means burning fat, whereas for others, getting in shape means building muscle. And a really common term that I hear from a lot of people, especially beginners, is that by getting in shape, what they want is to get toned. Now, if you say this to any professional who is worth their salt, you'll probably notice a little bit of an eye twitch when you say the word toned. That's because muscle toning doesn't mean what you think it means. Muscle toning is, at least in the scientific literature, and at least as an exercise professional, toning actually means when your muscles are like fired up. So as you're walking around, as you're doing your everyday life, your muscles all have like a little bit of toning, meaning there's like a little bit of activation in all of your muscles at any given time. So muscle toning for us means that the muscles are like fired up. Now, in the last couple of decades in the fitness industry, the word toned has taken on kind of a new meaning. And now when people say they want to get toned, what they usually mean is they want to have some muscle definition. Now, the reason why a lot of us fitness professionals really don't like this word is because of the implications. A lot of times, the people that use this language are either themselves women or people who are trying to sell fitness products to women. And behind it, there's this idea that women should not be muscly, that women should not have muscles, that they should not look too bulky. Otherwise, they will look manly. I can't tell you how many times a woman has come to me looking for personal training and saying, I want to get toned, but I don't want to look too muscly. I don't want to bulk, or I don't want to bulk up. And the thing that drives me nuts about this is because, I know that the ideas that they have in their mind were put there by marketing people, to really exploit this insecurity and this fear that women have about, what their bodies will look like if they train. The problem is that in order to get that toned physique that you're looking for, the way that you get that body is by building muscle. You train exactly the same way that a man would to build muscle and to burn fat. And even the word bulk means something different to an exercise professional than it does to you. I think what a lot of people think of when they say the word bulk, if they don't know any better, is like looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger or like a professional bodybuilder where the muscles are like gigantic. And they're like afraid that if they start building muscle, if they start, doing resistance training, then that's what their body is going to look like. And they don't want their body to look like that. They just want to look like pretty healthy, have some nice muscle definition. So let me go ahead and tell you right now, it is incredibly difficult to look like that. Professional bodybuilders, a lot of times, have been training for decades, and they have been training in a specific style of training that promotes what's called hypertrophy. And a lot of them are also using anabolic steroids, artificial helpers to get their muscles to grow bigger than what they would naturally. Naturally, when you train your muscles for hypertrophy, they don't actually get that big. There's lots of people who train for a long time trying to get their muscles to grow, and it's really hard to get your muscles to grow even just a little bit. And now, especially for us women, our bodies just come, as they are, already with much less muscle tissue and muscle mass than men's bodies do. When a man starts building muscle, when he starts going to the gym and doing resistance training, he's going to put on a lot more size a lot faster than what a woman was. And that's just because a couple of reasons. One is he's got a lot more testosterone in his system. His hormonal balance preconditions him to be able to build more muscle than yours does, okay? And the other thing is that men already start off with more muscle mass, even untrained, than the untrained woman. So they're just naturally going to get bigger within a smaller amount of time. And even then, they're going to have a hard time putting on size. There are people, like I said, there are people who train for years and they struggle to put on more size to their muscles. So if you're afraid that you're going to start doing resistance training and pumping iron and then it's going to make you look manly, please just, forget about it. It's not going to happen. It's very hard for that to happen. And there's a lot of things you'd have to do first, like take steroids in order to look like that. So if you follow like the general recommendations for training, for doing resistance training, even bodybuilding style of training, and you build muscle and then maybe go through some cycles where you focus on burning fat, the best case scenario is that after a really long time, you will eventually get to that point where, what you have in mind is that nice muscle definition, that toned look that you're looking for. But I just want you to know that like it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of time to get there. So first of all, let's redefine that image, that toned look. Let's call it something that's a little bit more specific to what it actually is. That toned look, let's call it having some muscle definition. So what I would say for just getting started on this journey, if you want to achieve that nice muscle definition, learn how to lift. Learn how to perform exercises that are going to build muscle. You don't necessarily have to lift weights. You can also do what's called calisthenics. Calisthenics are just body weight exercises, and you can use lots of body weight exercises to build muscle. A great beginner level program is one that's going to have you lifting or doing muscle building calisthenics 2 or 3 times a week. And each workout should be like a total body training workout, meaning you hit muscles in your legs, in your arms, and in your core, all within the same workout. If it's available to you, I would say hire a trainer because they're going to help you to learn the basic technique of all of these exercises so that you can stay safe and keep your exercises effective. Even if you only work with them for like 3 months to get your basics down, I highly recommend it. I think it's a great investment. If you are looking for a workout routine that I specifically recommend, I do have some beginner level workout routines on my website. You can check that out, jadeharrisonfitness.com or jdgains.com. The link for that is in the description below this video. So if you're looking for a little bit more specific guidance, you can check out my programs on that. So if you're trying to achieve some muscle definition in your body, or what we used to call that toned look, although I suggest after watching this video that you not use that term ever again. If you're trying to get that look, this is what you can expect of your journey to get there, right? Give yourself a good 3 to 6 months to learn how to lift or to learn how to do calisthenics, body weight exercises for building muscle. Learn what it feels like to challenge your muscles with just the right amount of tension so that you can encourage the muscles to grow. You'll probably notice a lot of changes really fast if you stick to your program as you get those newbie gains, right, in the first 3 to 6 months where you can burn a lot of fat and you'll build a lot of muscle. It will eventually slow down, and when that happens, it's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just what naturally happens. At that point, you'll probably want to work with your trainer or make some decisions on your own about how you're going to move forward in the next phases of your training. You can focus on building muscle, eating a small calorie surplus, and spend, good 3 to 6 months doing that in a bulk, and then bring yourself back down to maintenance, and then focus on, keeping as much of that muscle as possible, and then trying to shred some of that fat in what's called a cut or eating a calorie deficit, where you continue to do resistance training. It's just that you're eating fewer calories than what your body's burning every day. And a lot of people end up having to kind of cycle between the two, where they'll bulk, then they'll cut, then they'll bulk, then they'll cut. Build muscle, then shred fat. Build muscle, then shred fat. And after many cycles of this, that's how you eventually are going to reach that nice, aesthetic of muscle definition. Now, let me know in the comments section below what you thought about this video, if you found anything particularly helpful, or if you have any questions after watching it. I would love to take a look at those questions and make a video in response later. Keep in mind that you can also ask your questions live on my Twitch channel on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I go live at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I do a fit Q&A while I work out. So you can ask your questions and I'll answer them there. You can also join my Coaching Corner Discord server. It's free to join, and that's another great place that you can connect with my community and ask fitness questions. And I would love to hear from you as well and hear about how your fitness journey is going. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment in the comment section below, share it with a friend if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel.